Hi students, part 3 here, and we're going to finish off the slab with the perimeter insulation. And I will refer you back to the Yammer, BIM Yammer here. And Thomas has done an explanation of how to do that perimeter insulation. Also, go back down through the Yammer here. Thomas has uploaded some families which will be very useful to you as well. And some really good videos on sorting out various problems that people have had. So there's a wealth of information coming from you guys of questions that we've answered, but also videos that we've and families that we've put up that we know will be of use to you there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in here now. I'm going to select that floor covering there, and I'm going to hide that element, because what I want to do is get access to the main floor area here, back into the sunglasses here. I'm going to say isolate that element. All right. Now, this is my slab. So what Tom has done here is he has explained this in the video, but we go into structure and into slab and slab edge. Now, this is a profile which is hosted by the floor. And if I hit the drop down box here, you'll see I've got perimeter insulation there. So what I'm going to do is when I upload this video, I will upload that profile family there as well, that you can put into your project, load into your project. Now, so it operates on the basis of picking the top area here. When you get this message, say, yeah, unjoin elements, unjoin. That's the perimeter insulation gone in there. When that is done, you need to go into modify and into join. So you're going to join the perimeter insulation to the floor. Okay. And what we do now is we will reinstate everything and go into our section 2. And there's your perimeter insulation in place, like so. Okay. Now, what I want to do here is I'm going to take a little bit of a different tactic here. I'm going to put my stairs in, all right, before I put in the walls and things like that. So I'm going to put my stairs in now. So stairs are complex or simple. Luckily enough for us, we've got a straight run here. Stairs only start to get complex when we've got dual landings or wider stairs and things like that. There's loads of videos on YouTube that take care of all of that for you as well. So into architecture and into stair. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure we choose our correct one. We're going to choose the private stair because that's generally a domestic based staircase. We are going from ground to first. Okay. One of the things that we need to do is definitely go into edit type, and this is something we need to check here. The default for this is 170, and that can often prove to be slightly difficult because we're actually going above 170. So we're going to make the run about 800 wide. I think that's right. The maximum tread depth is 220. Yeah, I think that probably needs to be brought up a little bit here. I'm going to make this 250 just for the moment. It can be less, but that's what we're going to do. 800, 220, and we will go okay. Now check over here. So currently our risers are at write that to 50. And I'm going to increase that to 14, which brings us down to 192, which is probably better. Okay. So once we've got this one set above what we need, we can set the desired number of risers, and the calculations done automatically there for us. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is we're going to start roughly at that position there, and you can see highlighted and kind of grey there. 5 created, 9 remaining, 6 created, 8 remaining. So I'm just going to pull this straight the whole way up there, and I'm going to just save. So these stairs need to be, I think it's about 1200 from the entrance here. So that's something that's an important dimension we need to check. These are at 1280. So I'm going to get into my, I'm going to finish them. Okay, might as well just finish them here. And if I go into the 3D, you see there's the stairs there. Now, probably don't need that extra railing there. So I can delete that. Or if I wanted, I could swap it out for a mounted rail, something like that. Okay. I think in this case, I'm just going to delete that and take that off there. All right. Now back to my ground level here. So what I want to do is going to annotate and, or actually, tell you what we'll do. We'll use a dimension. Use a dimension from external wall here. Okay, I need to tab that one, I think. There to there. It's telling me that it's 12, it's 13 even, right? Well, that's way too much. So I'm now going to select my stairs, use my arrow keys, and I'm going to bring these down to 1200. Okay, now that's solid and that's in place, and I think all of that is good for me. Now, one of the reasons I'm putting the stairs in now is, again, if I go into the section here, you will see that first of all, I'm finishing with a riser. That's a choice that you get within Revit. That's fine, but our steel beam is going to go in here. Now I know now the position of the steel beam that's going to go in place, because it's going to act as a support to the stairs, but it's also going to act as a support to all the joists that are going to be running through there as well. Back to my ground floor level. One other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a reference plane. And if I go back to here, you see the reference plane is in at 4590. So I'm going to take advantage of that. You can ask me, well, what do we need this for? Well, the reference plane at this point here is very handy because it's going to act more or less as a construction line for us as well. So we're going to be able to put our beam in centered on that reference plane. And then we'll be able to put in our selected first floor joists, and we can lock them into the reference plane. So if the reference plane moves up or down, all the joists will move up or down. The end of the joist will move up or down with it as well. It's a clever way to do it. So that was 49. 4590. Okay, 4590. So over to architecture. Over at the end here, you'll see reference plane, and let's just get it in here, and we're going to select it, and we're going to name. I can name it here. I can name it there. Look, so names. So we're going to call this theme. Okay, and I'm going to get a dimension here now. Annotate, aligned, and again, let's get in here. So I want it from tab there to, yeah. So we said we wanted this in at 4590. Okay. Now that's nicely in position there as well. Right. Now I'm going to draw in my my walls, my ground floor partition walls. So we're back into architecture wall, and let's see what we've got here. And I'll just double check what we've done so far already. So that's internal wall 02. Perfect. Okay. So we will go architecture wall. Let's take a look at the structure of that for you. Okay, plaster, air, and plaster. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily put air in here. I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't float on air. The plasterboard isn't held up itself. We actually have a material down here called, I think it's timber, wood. Yeah, wood stud layer. Now, that's the one I prefer. And I'm going to put in a solid pattern here and a very light gray. Okay, a 2 with all the 3s. 100, that's there. Right. Okay. And okay. So it's a wood stud layer. I'm going to do center lines here now. And let's pick up this one to that one. And I might need to do just a little bit of finagling here. That one will go in as far as there. That one will go in as far as there. Okay, and then we will do this one. And then this one as well here. Now, when we put dimensions on these, we can move things out a little bit. Let's go into our 3D and take a look at that. All right, so we need to do a little bit of adjustment here. And that's exactly why I've got those stairs in there, so that I can adjust that. I'm going to go into that section. Okay, I'm going to take this stair and I will bring it down to the underside of that. Okay, so that's that one. And back to the 3D. So I would need to do a little bit of a rearrangement with this one, and how I'm going to do that is back into the ground floor plan, and I'm going to select my section. I'm going to flip it. Okay. Now I can see that one there. So I'm going to edit the profile, and I will draw a line for the profile of this one. And so it'll be underneath the okay, it'll be underneath the stringer that's there. So now I might need to do a further adjustment of these later, but I'll just do that one there for the moment. Okay, so now we've got our stairs there as well. I could move the stringer out or the wall in for that as well. And remember that we've got a landing up here. We'll create that landing from the first floor there. So that is my internal ground floor walls in place and my stairs in place as well.